Solving linear absolute value equations. A linear absolute value equation contains at least one variable term inside absolute value symbols. If these symbols were removed, the equation would be linear. When we solve the absolute value equation, we're gonna have to have like two equations with the absolute value signs removed. That the absolute value of the expression ax plus b equals the constant c means case 1, ax plus b equals c. Case 2, negative of the ax plus b equals c. Recall the definition of the absolute value. When you have the absolute value of the x, it means it's the same as x for x is greater than or equal to 0. It is negative x where x is less than 0. Or another way we say, if x is negative number, absolute value of the negative is positive. That's why we have negative of the x symbol as a second case. For the example, we're going to solve these absolute value equations. In part A, we have the absolute value of the 3x minus 7 equals 13. The expression inside of the absolute value will have two cases or two possible cases. Case 1, where it's exactly the same as we see in the expression equals 13. For the second case, gonna be opposite of what we see, which is negative of the quantity 3x minus 7 equals 13. This way, we can see that we have two linear equations to solve. At this point, we have linear equations. And then we're gonna solve one equation at a time. The first one, since we have only one single term that has x variable, we're gonna remove negative 7 by adding 7 both sides. When we add 7 here gone, and then the left-hand side becomes just 3x. The right-hand side, 13 plus 7 is 20. That means x equals 20 divided by 3 as the first solution. And then the next one, we're going to treat the same way, but before we do that, we're going to distribute the negative sign to two terms. We have negative 3x plus 7 equals 13, and then follow the same steps. So we're going to subtract 7 both sides of the equation. So the left-hand side, we have negative 3x. The right-hand side, we have positive 6. Therefore, x is 6 divided by negative 3, which is negative 2 as a second solution. So then the set of solutions for this problem, the set symbol 20 divided by 3, comma, negative 2. For example B, we have the absolute value of 14z plus 4 plus 8 equals 6. To solve this equation, since the variable is z, I'm gonna leave the absolute value symbol by itself. So subtract 8 both sides of the equation. Then we get absolute value of 14z plus 4 equals negative 2. Recall the absolute value is the magnitude or the distance of the number from the origin point. So it's supposed to be non-negative number. So this one is negative quantity, which is not true for the absolute value. So this case gonna be the case that no solution. Therefore, the set of solution is an empty set, or in the case we can use the set symbol but no member in there. And then the last example, we have the absolute value of x minus 4 equals the absolute value of 2x plus 1. We have two absolute values. This case, we're gonna list the possibilities for the solution. That means the x minus 4 on the left expression could be both positive, negative, and also this one. So we have like 4 combination as positive x minus 4 equals positive 2x plus 1. Positive x minus 4 equals negative of the quantity 2x plus 1. Negative of the x minus 4 equals positive of the 2x plus 1. Negative of the x minus 4 equals negative 2x plus 1. As we see 4 possibilities here, the same sign would be the same, would give you the same result. The opposite side, 2 equations here, would be the same result. So we're going to separate into 2 cases with this number 1 and this number 2. So let's set up the equation. The first one, positive x minus 4 equals positive 2x plus 1. And then the second solution, positive x minus 4 equals negative of the 2x plus 1. So put the note here. This is the first possibility and this is the second possibility. So the first one, we just treat them as an equation, linear equation. Take away the grouping symbol and collect the x terms. So subtract 2x both sides. Then we get negative x minus 4 equals 1. And the next step, we add 4 both sides of the equation. And then we get negative x equals 5 or x equals negative 5 as the first possible solution. And the second case, apply the negative side to the quantities inside of the parentheses. We have x minus 4 equals negative 2x minus 1. And then add 2x both sides of the equation. The left-hand side becomes 3x minus 4 equals the right-hand side, which is negative 1. And then we just add 4 both sides of the equation. So we get 3x equals positive 3 or x equals 1 as a second solution. Now we're gonna put them as a set of the solution. The set of solutions is negative 5 and 1.